Vault-Tec provided materials to prepare for service.
Welcome back to Fallout 4, friends. We are going to continue the story mode because, well, I need to get through it so I can get the updated version and get back to Fallout 2 for you fine folks. So then I can get to Fallout New Vegas. I'm debating whether or not I'm going to stop playing Blood Rain Betrayal on stream and replace it with something else because that particular game is annoying me with some of its slipshod controls. Though I might just finish it off and then replace it later. We're going to be doing a slightly shorter stream today because I've got to go to the store, but I figured I had to do something so I could get something out to you fine folks. I know my schedule's been kind of wonky. Though I do wonder if there's a mod which alters the prices of things in New Vegas, because some of the stuff is just way too freaking expensive. Like the repair work. It shouldn't cost $15,000 to repair a piece of armor. I'm sorry, that's just stupid. Though there might be a mod to just get rid of the deteriorating gear in general, which I'll probably use instead, because I've never thought deteriorating gear was a good idea. It just always seems so artificial to me. Alright. What mission are we on right now? Hunt or hunted? Having to relearn the controls a bit because I've been playing a lot of Fallout New Vegas, whose controls are very different. Loading screens. I can't get over loading screens. Don't think I entered the right building. Still wish they had done a DLC where you had to fight a super mutant who thought he was Santa Claus. That would have been amazing. That's why I got confused. It's around the back of this building.
Repeating.
We're sucking down a lot of rats sticking around here.
Still say, given what we know of Kellogg, I can't figure out how he's managed to survive for so long.
Gonna splatter your brain!
Guess I should stop putting off.
Extreme prejudice.
You'll never leave here alive!
Upper limb actuator.
Combat eliminating all hostiles.
I'll be right back. My phone.
What? Scared already? We are unstoppable!
Assessment. You must die.
Bandit, you
I
lie!
am the victim of violence.
Let you go! I wanted to fight.
Missed the call. Oh well.
Huh? What's that? That sound, what is it? I'm hearing stuff. Stupid noises!
Yes, noises are stupid, Mr. Super Mutant.
What? Who's there? A noise? Must have been nothing. No fight today.
I'm really digging this weapon. I don't know how you're able to detect what's inside the chests and stuff now, but I like it. So it's not inside the building because the signal ended as soon as I went inside.
Aw, man, come back! I was having fun! Playing games with me, huh?
Hey, who's there?
Okay, cut the shit. Who is that? This how you imagine? You're in for it now.
Okay, now we're on track.
The courser's on the second floor. Kill on sight. Send reinforcements to the lobby in case there are more.
Playing hide and seek.
What's going on down there? How many are we dealing with?
Oh yeah.
I'll be doing the world a service.
Courser's now on the third floor. Reports of the second intruder in the east wing of the courtyard.
Really want this to be a plan.
God, I hope there's a bounty.
Barricades, stairwells, and hallways. Clear already.
What?
You're dead!
We've lost contact with sectors 2 and 4.
Whew, a little bit intense. Having to fight through the gunners and the corsairs.
Sweet.
Fatwa. Sorry, it's a bit choppy. My computer's just barely running this game.
They had no expense, did they?
We're hot!
Fall back to original position. Courser's near the elevator.
Bothering anybody now? Something out.
Come on, asshole! That's it.
4 immediately. That's an order.
Who's there? Get some!
No, I gotta get to the Corsair before he gets away. I'm glad I have the cryo later. Though I wonder why the Institute's lasers are blue.
I don't know the password. I'm telling the truth.
I don't believe you.
Oh God, please, no.
All he had to do was tell me the password. Now, are you going to you've been following?
Help me.
Bye.
Don't shoot.
I'm through.
Use a little help over
Please,
here.
don't hurt me.
Terminal somewhere.
After this girl, who might be a synth, most likely.
Ain't this something?
That was a cool view, I gotta say. But yeah, once I've completed the other games, I'll come back to this one and do a more in-depth playthrough. Or just keep with the save file and just do the rest of the side quests. I'm not sure which.
Hey,
I'm all something up.
your thoughts?
I doubt the Institute is going to appreciate us putting down one of their lackeys. We ought to.
Whew. Shit's getting intense in this game. But yeah, I'm figuring I might do an episode down the road here where I cover more of the side mission.
What the?
Disappearing now. Huh?
Someone's out there.
Watch out for you.
Where'd that little fucker go?
Come on, tough guy. Come on.
Take care of some raiders while I'm on my way. That was a nice kill. Okay. So, from what I can tell, you never stop gaining perks. So So eventually you're going to max out everything.
What the fuck was that? Nothing there now. What?
First mistake, last mistake.
Not that it's an option. What's that? Hey, that. Watch yourself.
Gotta reload sometime, asshole!
Where are you shooting me from?
When I thought we were getting along. Something out.
Since it's getting a bit choppy, I'm going to save.
I've got a weapon here for every situation. Hunting,
Sure. Let's see what you have.
purchase a variety in case of boredom.
Sell some of this stuff. Is there a... Yes, there is a dock. I need more armor. Okay. Now that's all repaired up. Let's go talk to Nikki.
Hey,
Go ahead.
Nick,
Go ahead.
your thoughts?
A lot of people out here could use a hand.
I need you to get out of your power armor.
Sure thing.
Hey.
Go on.
Hey, Valentine.
What do you need?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
Sure thing.
Because I can't get relationship questions asked to him while he's in it.
Well, she looks like you got something to say.
Are things okay between you and me?
I've been thinking about that myself. I suppose we're okay. I feel like we could be doing more for folks out here, but otherwise, we're all right.
Nothing else for now.
Well, all right.
Heads up.
There's something you need? Can do.
I'll have to repair his power armor at some point here soon.
Dr. Amari.
You're back. The glowing sea. Virgil. What happened?
Do you know anything about decoding Courser chips? I found Virgil. He has way inside the institute. I need a code from a Courser chip. Long story. I don't have time and need the code from a Courser chip. Oh, you know, took a radiation bath, hung out with a big green guy, and pulled the encoded chip out of a Courser's neck. We'll go with Y.
Do you know anything about decoding Courser chips?
A Courser chip? You fought a Courser? Oh my god. Unfortunately, I can't help you. I've worked on a lot of synths, but never a Courser. I don't know what that chip does, let alone how to decode it. But there are people who might. I work with a group that, well, they're the only ones I know that even have a chance at cracking Institute security. They're called the Railroad.
The Railroad?
They help synths escape the Institute. I don't know who they all are. Usually an agent of theirs just shows up with someone who needs new memories. One of them gave me a code phrase. Said it would help me find them if there was ever an emergency. Follow the Freedom Trail.
In my secret club, the code phrase was just 2 words: awesome me. Alright, I'll go find them.
Alright. I'll find them.
Good luck. I'm sorry what I have is so cryptic, but hopefully you can figure things out as you go.
Find the railroad. Level 40. Good deal of those levels gotten from creating stuff in the crafting system.
Huh?
alive.
I'm listening. There's something bothering you?
I need you to get out of your power armor.
Good thing.
Come on, Nick.
I can barely tell us apart.
The other two parts must be on him.
Look alive.
What's the plan? Take a look.
Bracer. There we are.
Do something for you? Good plan.
There we are. All of that fixed up. Go to the markets. See if maybe Piper can lead me to where I need to go. Baseball.
Yeah? Yes?
Hey, you're the new guy, right?
The new guy?
Word kinda travels fast in Diamond City. What can I say? Name's Arturo Rodriguez. If you need protection, let's talk.
I'll take a look, sure.
Everything hand-tooled.
I'm gonna have to grant myself some money to buy this stuff. Player. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'll do. I will have all the legendary gear.
Nuka-Cola. You there! You need a genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatter.
What's a swatter?
Rookie, eh? A swatter, my friend, is a Diamond City tradition. See, it used to be that this whole place was a stadium. And two teams would meet and play a game called baseball. One team would beat the other team to death with these things called baseball bats, and the best bats were called swatters. True fact.
Oh, really? What kind of teams were there?
There was the Diamond City Demolishers, big brutes of guys, played in full power armor with special pneumatic arms, for swinging. Then you had the Lexington Ladies, an all-female team with Coach Bloody Mary Sue at the helm. Highest kill count in the league. I could spend all day talking about the Concord Crushers or the Quincy Killmeisters, but you get the idea. It was a hell of a sport.
Look, dumbass, that's not how baseball was played.
That right, Mr. Smarty Pants? Hey, if you're such an expert, how do you think it was played?
There were balls, strikes, 3 bases, and home runs. You kept score by how many runners made it to home plate.
Great way to waste an afternoon. I like my version better. Now, can I interest you in these genuine, authentic, custom-made hickory swatters?
Let's see what you have.
Feel that heft,
I just had to give that guy a little shit. See what the craziness I can pull up out of this area.
You? I don't know you. Just keep your distance.
Why?
Because I don't know you, and I will not serve a synth pretending to be human. So are you human?
No, I'm Jangles the Moon Monkey. A synth? What's a synth? Nope, not human at all.
Human as the day I was born.
Well, you do look human enough. But I'll be watching you. I have eyes like a... Well, they're good eyes. Got it? All right. We can do business, but no funny stuff.
Let's see what you got.
Everything you need.
Terrible, 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 terrible. Seeing if she has any legendary shit to pick up. Nope. Nothing to pick up from her.
We buy and sell everything to everyone, except synths. No synths allowed here.
No synths allowed here.
Prescriptions filled right here. Anything you need.
I've got a few minutes to browse.
Check it out.
I think this guy's a drug dealer.
Mentats, pop out, stim packs, jet, everything to even you
Doctor.
out. New patient. A new file to open. Do you have a legitimate medical concern? Or is this about our facial reconstructive services?
Could use some supplies, actually.
All right, but go easy on the chems.
Let's see what you have, friend. Syringer rifle. Guess that's so you can inject people with shit. I have to see what I can do with that, just out of curiosity.
Hey, Doc.
Don't dally. If you're here to be examined, let's get you examined.
Yeah. Take a look at me, Doc.
Tell me your symptoms.
Think I soaked up some rats out there.
We'll clean you up, don't worry. And that's that. Anything else bothering you?
Hurting all over, Doc.
Scrapes and bruises. But it's probably a good idea to get them fixed up. Done. Now, was there anything else bothering you?
No, we're done.
All right. Don't ruin my hard work by dying out there.
Guy's kind of a dick, but at least he's a nice enough dick.
Around here, we call your haircut the Scav Special. Little flecks of blood, give it the personal touch. You should think about getting a trim.
You there. Talk some sense into my nitwit son. Morgana's secretary, is she a synth?
No idea.
You don't know? What? Born without a brain between your ears?
You just said that no one could tell the difference, Ma. He don't know if Geneva's a sin, and neither do you. So could you lay off?
Don't you talk to your mother that way, Johnny.
Maybe we shave off all your hair. I'm kidding, I'm kidding. Unless that's what you want, of course. Customer's always right.
Sure, I'll get a haircut.
Yeah, all right. Maybe a new color, huh? Sit down, let's take a look.
I gotta get out of the armor, don't I? Let's do facial hair. Slick and sleazy. Soldier. anti-hero beatnik. Cats run around being crazy.
Snip, snip, and bam. Who needs a haircut? Everyone needs a haircut. Step up.
Don't let all that horsepower go to your head.
Hey, you see that big blimp? What's the Brotherhood of Steel? Why are they here?
Officer.
Hope you didn't run into any trouble getting here. That bridge across the river? Super mutants use it as an ambush point.
What makes them so super for them to be called super mutants?
Hey, Scaver. Got plenty of Brahmin meat on the hooks.
Let's see what you...
minutes to browse.
As fresh as it can be.
Let's see. Do you have anything that interests me, lady? Nope.
Yeah, it's true. I got shot in the ass last year. Long story.
Selling papers is busy work, mister.
Nat.
Hey, mister, that interview you did with Piper is really selling. Here's your free coffee.
I do apologize for the snoring. Oh, don't you crash on me, game. Let's see if I can find Prepare.
Piper.
Head my way?
Nope. She doesn't seem to be the one I need to talk to. Just give me a second here. Got to untangle the controller wire.
Ain't got nothing better to do.
All Faiths Chapel. That's a your deal.
Don't know if this praying thing works, but it couldn't hurt.
Good to see someone new in the chapel. Diamond City treating you all right?
I'm fine. Thanks for asking.
You're welcome. Old folks are taking well to you. I know it can be rough, being from the outside. Now, if you ever need a quiet place to sit down and ponder the Almighty, in whatever form strikes your fancy, we're always open.
You don't practice any particular religion here?
So, you don't practice any particular religion here?
As long as you believe in something, you're welcome. Diamond City is full of people trying to build a better life. I just don't want them to forget what makes them human while they're at it. So the chapel is open 24 hours a day to whatever form of worship you like, as long as it's peaceful.
Thanks, Pastor.
Feel free to make yourself at home.
Yeah, that's kind of cool.
First time. Just try to keep it down.
Read the paper, mister. Trust me.
Hey, Nat.
Public is here to pull the wool out from under your eyes.
They don't know how that phrase is supposed to go. That snoring.
Hey.
I'm all in. Something up?
Your thoughts?
Should we get a move on?
That's all.
All right.
I wonder if I go to Virgil. If Virgil can tinker with that chip.
Protect and serve.
Ugh, what the hell aroma is that?
Excuse me.
I guess Virgil's not going to talk anymore.
Protect and serve.
Okay. Sorry, all these streams are being ruined by the snoring. Of Atom. I do apologize for the snoring. There's nothing I can do to control it. I think my roommate does this just to spite me. Why does it not go lay on the couch? Oh, come on, game. Don't lag out on me now.
They don't mistake us for...
Must have spent a whole Paladin Dance is waiting for you inside that group.
If you run into any sense, shoot to kill. We don't take prisoners.
cavalry's arrived. And it looks like they sent in the big guns.
The Brotherhood isn't exactly subtle when it makes an entrance.
There's no reason to be subtle when you have that in your arsenal. We call our ship the Prydwen. She's loaded with enough troops and supplies to mount a major offensive. If she's here, Elder Maxon's here. And that means we're going to war.
Who's Elder Maxon?
Maxon? Man's a lunatic. Maxon is the commander of this division of the Brotherhood of Steel. He's the model of what every Brotherhood soldier hopes to become. If we're going to war, I can promise you that he'll be leading the charge. That being said, you're about to get to know the Prydwen up close and personal. I've received orders that we're both to report to her immediately. Follow me up to the roof of the police station. We're going for a little ride.
If it looks dead, put one more in its head for good measure. Why take the chance?
Hesitating to pull the trigger on any of the Commonwealth scum can be fatal.
Fuck you too, man. God damn, I'm so sorry for the snoring. Vertibird. Why isn't it letting me get aboard?
You don't see a lot of vertibirds in this kind of shape. Here, that minigun in front of you is loaded and ready to fire. If you spot anything hostile during the flight, I suggest you put it to good use. Make sure you properly identify your targets before you start shooting. We don't want to have any mishaps and fire on the locals. The Commonwealth looks different from up here, doesn't it? It never ceases to amaze me how drastically your perception of the battlefield changes from the air. We're gonna need that edge when we take on the Institute. They've already proven that they're technologically superior, which means there's no telling what types of weapons they'll have in their arsenal. Hopefully, our air superiority and tactical know-how will make the difference. Now all we have to do is fight them. And I'm betting that Elder Maxon will have a plan already in place by the time we arrive. I wish everyone down there believed in our cause. But they've been blinded by rumors and misinformation. They don't realize that the Brotherhood of Steel is the Commonwealth's last hope for survival. Every man, woman, and child below is in mortal danger. If we fail, it's only a matter of time before the enemy overwhelms the population. Cleansing the Commonwealth is duty, and I will gladly spill my own blood if it ensures our victory.
But what are you cleansing them of, friend?
Final approach to the airport. The Prydwen should be coming into view just ahead. We'll be meeting Lancer Captain Kells on the flight deck. Just stick close to me and answer all of his questions.
Lag. Leg, leg, leg. All you gotta do is leg, leg, leg. Seems they're taking a very circuitous route to get to the Prydwen. They could have probably gotten there faster.
Far too long since I've been aboard. All right, soldier. This is the moment when everything changes. Get ready.
Not necessarily for the better.
What's the plan?
Paladin Danse.
There's Lancer Captain Kells. Follow me. Permission to come aboard, sir?
Permission granted. And welcome back, Paladin. Allow me to be the first to congratulate you on a successful mission. And is this our new recruit?
Yes, sir. I feel promoted him to initiate, and I'd like to sponsor his entry into our rankings personally.
Yes, we've read your reports. You'll be pleased to know that Elder Maxon's approved your request and placed the recruit in your charge.
Thank you, sir. And my current orders?
You are to remain on the Prydwen and await further instructions.
Very good, sir. Ad Victoriam, Captain.
Ad Victoriam, Paladin.
Captain Kells?
So, you're the one Paladin Danse has taken under his wing. You don't look much like a soldier to me.
What's a soldier supposed to look like?
A soldier is supposed to be an efficient killing machine. Not a relic from the past playing catch-up with the rest of the world. If Danse hadn't stepped in and vouched for it, we wouldn't even be having this conversation. Accepting outsiders like yourself has proven disastrous in the past. I've read Paladin Dance's reports. He seems to think you'll make a fine addition to the Brotherhood. You might expect an endorsement like that to grant you a great deal of latitude with us. But let me make one thing clear. The Brotherhood of Steel has traveled to the Commonwealth with a specific goal in mind. As the captain of this vessel, I won't allow anyone to jeopardize our mission, no matter how valuable they think they are. Understood?
I'm pretty sure Kells is being voiced by Tim Russ.
What exactly is your mission here?
I'm not at liberty to say. Elder Maxon will be addressing the crew shortly, and I'm certain all of your questions will be answered. Now, was there anything else, or was everything I said understood?
Absolutely.
Good. That's all for now, soldier. Your orders are to proceed to the command deck for the address, after which Elder Maxon wishes to have a word with you. If you have any questions, ask me now. Otherwise, you're dismissed.
Where can I get power armor?
Only knights are allowed to wear Brotherhood power armor. And you're no knight. Not yet. Until Elder Maxon grants you that title, you'll have to make do with what you've got. Anything else?
Can you tell me anything about Elder Maxon?
Elder Maxon is the supreme commander of the Brotherhood. Without his tenacity and his vision, we'd still be a small group of complacent stragglers, occupying the Citadel in the capital wasteland. In a mere decade, he's grown the Brotherhood of Steel into a major military force. He's an inspiration to us all. Is there anything else?
I don't have any questions.
Then I suggest you head over to the command deck immediately. Dismissed, Initiate.
Welcome aboard.
What did he do to Elder Lyons, though? Because I don't remember Elder Lyons dying in Fallout 3.
Brothers and sisters, the road behind has been long and fraught with difficulty. Each and every one of you has surpassed my expectations by rapidly facilitating our arrival in the Commonwealth. You have accomplished this amazing feat without a hint of purpose or direction. And most impressively, without question. Now that the ship is in position, it is time to reveal our purpose. And beneath the Commonwealth, there is a cancer, known as the Institute. A malignant growth that needs to be cut before it infects the surface. They are experimenting with dangerous technologies that could prove to be the world's undoing for the second time in recent history. The Institute scientists have created a weapon that transcends the destructive nature of the atom bomb. They call their creation the Synth. A robotic abomination of technology that is freaking and masquerades as a human being. This notion that a machine could be granted free will is not only offensive, but horribly dangerous. And like the atom, if it isn't harnessed properly, it has the potential of rendering us extinct as a species. I am not prepared to allow the Institute to continue this line of experimentation. Therefore, the Institute and their synths are considered enemies of the Brotherhood of Steel, and should be dealt with swiftly and mercilessly. This campaign will be costly, and many lives will be lost. But in the end, we will be saving humankind from its worst enemy. Itself. Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
Ad Victoriam!
The Commonwealth's a dangerous place. Make sure you gear up before you head out.
Excuse me, Elder Maxon.
I care about them, you know. The people of the Commonwealth.
Care about them? I thought we were preparing for war.
The Brotherhood is here to prevent a war by starting one of our own. The difference is, our war won't reduce civilization to ashes.
I hope this isn't another Brotherhood morals lecture.
Not at all. In fact, it's clear from Paladin Dance's report that you understand our core values. He feels you've become quite an asset to us. Seeing as he's one of my most respected field officers, you couldn't get a better recommendation. Therefore, from this moment forward, I'm granting you the rank of Knight. And, befitting your title, we're granting you a suit of power armor to protect you on the field of battle. Wear it with pride.
A knight? What is this, the Dark Ages?
Judging from the state of the world, it wouldn't be a stretch to say we're living in that era. In any event, once you're finished becoming familiar with the Prydwen and my staff, report to the flight deck for your new orders. Welcome aboard the Prydwen, soldier. Make us proud.
Station keeping maintained. Thrusters stable.
Elder Maxon.
Take some time to familiarize yourself with the ship. Then meet me on the flight deck for your mission.
I believe you're needed elsewhere right now. We can talk later.
That controls thrust and attitude, as well as direction.
plating is stable.
Adjusting internal ballonet pressure. Green lights across the board.
The question is, how did he swell these ranks?
Congratulations on the promotion, Knight.
Nothing new.
Good. Carry on, Knight. Lancer Captain Kells is one of the finest officers I've ever had the pleasure of serving under.
In my experience, hotshots and big mouths end up with closed casket funerals.
I can't believe you traveled with that suit.
I trust him more than I trust you guys. You'll be pleased to know that the work on your armored reinforced plating for your jacket is complete. I'll be more than happy to send you up to a scribe to retrieve it when you're ready. The plating is fairly strong, but I think you'll appreciate how lightweight the entire jacket will feel once the modification is made. I have stress tested the plating, and it should help assist you in different types of energy fire, as well as most ballistic threats. After you try it on, let me know if it's comfortable to wear long term or if I need to make adjustments to the design. As requested, I have sent over my evaluation of Proctor Ingram's capabilities in the field. In my professional opinion, Ingram is fully capable of handling field operations and would benefit any team fortunate enough to have her with them. Before the Prydwen left the capital wasteland, I spent 6 months helping her design the power armor frame she's using to enhance her mobility. She's trained in the armor rigorously and is fully qualified, actually more than qualified, to be placed with our ground troops. I've been treating wounded soldiers for almost 2 decades, and I've yet to see anyone match Ingram's level of commitment and determination. Confining her to the ship would be a waste of resources and a damn shame. As you know, in order to get the Prydwen rapidly to the Commonwealth, I had the engineering team pull up her older power plant and replace it with a updated fusion plant. We've pulled from that aircraft carrier wreckage. I was able to squeeze enough almost 100% efficiency from the new reactor, but the system is burning through our coolant supply faster than I expected. As we've docked over the airport, I've been able to deactivate the main engines to cool down the reactor, but we're still eating up coolant when we are in hover mode. We're eventually going to hit a point where we'll run out of coolant. If that happens, we'll need to put the Prydwen on the ground. I desperately need your help if you want to prevent that from happening. I'll be certain to provide you with the details of our next briefing. Recon squads. As requested, I'm providing you all of the current information we have on Recon Squad Artemis. According to our records, we sent them into the Commonwealth approximately 3 years ago to perform standard survey, beginning with the Molten area. We've received a few reports from the team that were abruptly lost contact. Nothing in their communications indicated anything unusual, so we assume they either lost the ability to radio us or have been killed. The squad consisted of 7 soldiers under the command of Paladin Brindis. They certainly had plenty of firepower and the experience required to survive deep recon mission. I have several recon teams searching about for Artemis' whereabouts, but so far they've been unsuccessful. Paladin Hudson. We've picked up some disturbing news regarding the super mutant activity near the Commonwealth. Paladin Hudson has bravely volunteered to single-handedly investigate. This mission will take the Paladin deep into hostile territory, so it will need all the support we can provide. I'm having Tegan give the Paladin Hudson ample supply of ammunition, making sure Ingram's certifies that his power armor is peak condition. I'm also allowing Paladin Hudson full use of one of our Vertibird gunships, so I'll have one prepped immediately. Once everything is ready, I'll meet you and Paladin Hudson on the flight deck so we can give him a proper send-off. I can't stress to you enough how dangerous this mission will be, so it's imperative that we provide the Paladin with all the support we can muster. Whew. And again, I apologize for the snoring. Quantum, Nuka-Cola Quantum.
There. That should hold.
Thank you,
If Elder
sister.
Maxon ordered me to follow him to the gates of the I'd be the first one to pick him up.
Scribe. Give Proctor Ingram my thanks for letting me borrow you.
Nariah.
Feel free to have a look at the specimens, but please don't touch anything. I refuse to be held responsible if you are injured.
Are all these creatures yours?
Well, they're an important part of my research, if that's what you mean. I'm on the cusp of discovering how these creatures' bodies have adapted to the radiation that's infiltrated their habitats. If I can crack the code, I can equip our troops with a protective compound far superior to Rad-X.
What do you mean, crack the code?
The genetic code. The DNA sequences that are in every living thing. You see, the ionizing radiation left behind by the Great War kills because it damages most living things on a cellular level. However, after several generations, these creatures' bodies have adapted by altering their genetic makeup to prevent cellular disruption. I believe I've discovered how I can replicate that genetic restructuring rapidly. Instead of decades, I can do it in moments. For a short period of time, anyway.
Why alter it for a short period of time? Why not do it permanently?
Attempting to alter the genetic code permanently? That's too close to what happened with FEV and Spawn, the super mutant. I'm not willing to take a chance like that. I wish I could show you a sample of the compound, but unfortunately I've hit a stumbling block preventing me from synthesizing a sample. The specimens I've already captured can only produce so much blood and genetic material. If I try and harvest too much, they'll die. What I need are more samples of blood from the creatures roaming the Commonwealth.
Will I get some of that new compound you're developing?
If I make a breakthrough, you'll be the first person I give it to. After I've tested it on myself, of course. I've modified your Pip-Boy to scan the corpse of any freshly killed creature that has the proper type of blood in its body. All you have to do is pick up any viable sample and bring it back to me. Hey, I really appreciate you doing this for me. It's nice to know I'm not the only person in the Brotherhood with an open mind.
Carry food with you, or you'll end up eating some pretty questionable things to stay alive.
Never forget, you are the eyes and the ears of the Brotherhood. If you see or hear anything suspicious, it is your duty to report it to the We live in enemy territory now. Your vigilance.
There, try it now.
Nothing. I was supposed to report 10 minutes ago. You can't fix it.
I can fix it. You're the one who decided to kick your way through a mire pit. Got it.
There it is. Thanks, brother. I owe you.
That was Ashley's voice actress.
We've got a lot of work ahead of us, brother.
Dance.
There you are. How did it go with Elder Maxon?
like he stands behind everything he's saying.
Of course he does. How could he afford not to? I just hope you appreciate how much of a chance I'm taking bringing you into the fold this quickly. Not to put too fine a point on it, but if you screw up, we go down together.
So what's all this about you being my sponsor?
Elder Maxon is understandably particular when it comes to new recruits. He believes in order to keep the Brotherhood strong, we have to bond as brothers. As your sponsor, it's my duty to travel with you throughout the Commonwealth to ensure that our ideals are being observed. That's why I'm so concerned about your performance in the field.
I won't let you down, Danse. I promise.
Good. Now, I know you're eager to hop into a suit of power armor and take the fight to the Institute. But first things first. In order to be an effective part of the team, you need to learn your way around this ship and get to know its crew. Since I've been officially assigned to you as your sponsor, I'd recommend taking me along with you.
Sounds good. Let's go.
Outstanding.
Send Nick back to Sanctuary Hills.
Pridwin in town. The Institute doesn't have a chance.
Hi.
If you fry up a hunk of cram with a little Nuka-Cola, it almost tastes like food.
If you're looking for ammunition or weapon mods, Proctor Tegan might have what you need.
Cat.
Watch my back. I'll watch yours.
Excuse me, Proctor Quinlan.
Ah, good. You'll find me here. Just set the books down anywhere. I'll get to them as soon as I can.
I think you're confusing me with someone else.
Perhaps I need to rummage through the supply bins for a new pair of glasses. Since it's obvious that you aren't who I was expecting, would you mind telling me why you're here?
Maxon wanted me to meet the crew, so you were next on my list.
Ah, yes. You must be the new recruit displayed in Paladin Dance's report. Under normal circumstances, I'd provide you with a proper orientation of my department. However, I'm woefully behind setting up research patrols and getting bombarded with requests for technical documentation. Unfortunately, I'm lacking the personnel needed to get the job done.
Maybe I can lend you a hand.
That would be splendid. As you patrol the Commonwealth, keep your eyes open for blueprints, memos, manuals, books, charts. Anything containing useful technical data. I'm authorized to pay you for each bundle of documents that you recover. And if you wish to be assigned to a research patrol, I have plenty of them waiting to be filled. In any event, it was a pleasure to meet you, Knight.
Glad you finally stopped by, soldier. Are you ready?
Uh-huh. Sure. Go right ahead.
All right. I'm going to ask you a series of medical-related questions, and I'd like you to answer me to the best of your ability. First question. As a child, were you ever exposed to radiation for an extended period of time?
Check your records, Doc. I'm not from around here.
What's that? Let me check my notes. You were a vault dweller? You're probably healthier than anyone else aboard. Anyway, sorry I missed that in your records. Just going down the list of questions. I'm sure you understand. Okay, second question. Have you ever had or come in contact with a person confirmed to be carrying a communicable disease?
Have you had problems with the crew catching diseases?
Well, yes, actually. It's not unusual for our recon teams to stumble across contaminated environments or disease-carrying creatures. We don't want a single crewman infecting the entire ship. Anyway, this exam is about you, so Have you had or come in contact with anyone carrying a communicable disease?
Honestly, I don't remember.
Well, you don't appear to be suffering from any long-term ill effects, so I'll assume you haven't. Third question, and please, answer honestly. Have you ever had sexual relations with any species considered non-human?
Well, there was this one really ugly girl in college. I mean, I had to get drunk, and it was a dare, and
That hardly qualifies, so I'll just put no. Last question. Would you have any problems pulling the trigger on an enemy of the Brotherhood, whether they're human, formerly human, or machine?
if my life's in danger, I'll do whatever it takes to defend myself.
That's an acceptable answer, and the most common. Excellent. I think I've got all the information I need. I see no reason to prevent you from beginning your duties immediately. If you ever need medical assistance, you let me know.
I can't believe super mutants were human ones. How could science have gone so wrong?
When it comes to keeping the Gridwin running, Proctor Ingram's the best.
Let's do the format. Again, I apologize for the snoring.
Proctor Ingram said she needed this suit tested yesterday.
Yeah, I get it. Just, what if I miss?
Don't.
Okay, sure.
Have you ever fired a minigun? It chews through barrels like paper.
Everything holding together?
Trust me. You'd know.
Good. Firing.
All right. Everything looks nominal.
You're an inspiration to us all, Knight. Do us proud.
Step forward, Knight. Even though they've locked me in this blasted cage, I promise that I won't bite.
Why are you in there?
I'm glad you asked. Now, this is the stowage depot, and I, as you probably already guessed, am the ship's quartermaster, Proctor Tegan. The powers that be have me locked in here, so I can keep an eye on the Brotherhood's valuables. If you need to stock up on supplies before you head out on a mission, this is the place to buy them.
Wait, buy them? Since when does the military sell equipment to its own soldiers?
Since someone dropped a whole bunch of bombs and blew up every single factory that manufactured weapons and ammunition. Keeping the Brotherhood supplied takes caps, and everyone contributes to the cause. The good news is by having a constant flow of caps, I'm able to buy whatever you bring me. Yeah, I'm mostly interested in weapons, but I'll take anything useful. Of course, if you're just looking to make a few caps on the side, I might have some extra work for you to do.
Caps on the side, huh? Doesn't sound like official military business to me.
Well, it is, and it isn't. It's complicated. It just involves a little bit of heavy lifting and interacting with the local farms. And since I'm stuck up here manning this one-man zoo, I need someone to do the legwork for me. After you're done with the meet and greet, we can discuss the details. In the meantime, if you ever need anything else, gun, a mod, even ammo, you just let me know.
Proctor Tegan.
Remember, come find me when you're done meeting the rest of the crew. You'd work if you need it.
Hey, Knight.
Welcome aboard, brother. The new recruit I heard about. Huh, not what I was expecting.
What were you expecting?
The last batch of recruits we took on were wastelanders. Dirty, beaten up, looking for a handout. They were desperate and looking for an easy out. You look like you're here for a reason.
Anyway, since you came down here to meet me, we may as well get it over with. My name's Ingram, and this lovely little grease pit is where you'll usually find me. If your power armor's too tight in the crotch, the Pridwin's about to crash into the ground, or a robot's gone haywire, you come see me.
Sounds like you have a pretty full plate.
Plate? Hell, I have a whole table's worth of duties around here. There isn't a day that goes by on this tub without 5 or 6 things breaking down. And since I'm stuck in this rig, I'm not quite as spry as I used to be. The work tends to pile up.
I understand.
Good. Anyway, I'm sure you're here to get your hands on some power armor. There's a pretty decent T-60 suit sitting in Bay 3 that's all yours. The left leg actuator's a bit sticky, but it'll keep the creeps off of you. Oh, and if you need any work done on it, feel free to use the workshops around here. Now, if you'll excuse me, I need to get back to work.
If dumb and ugly had a child, it'd be a super mutant.
So, you're the new knight I heard about. Glad to have you on the team.
All right. Ad Victoriam, brother.
Okay. Sorry about that. Had to scratch my ear. Oh wait, I need to talk to the quartermaster, see what kind of legendary shit he had.
Maxon might appear compassionate, but I can assure you, the Institute will face his wrath.
I just want the parts. I don't need the whole frame.
Can I help you with anything?
Set me up.
Sure, I've got something that'll put a smile on your face.
Let's see. Do you have any legendary gear? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Na 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 na. Na 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 na. Hey, hey, hey. Goodbye. Ooh, I didn't have a Gatling laser yet, so I'll grab that. No, 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 no.
Carrying too much gear is technically dangerous, soldier.
Am I overweight? By a little bit. Okay.
Hey, where do you want me?
Trade.
Got anything interesting for me today?
Put that and that there. And then the 2 laser pistols. Yeah, I think I need to like connect with one of the 3 big factions before I can move on with the story, so I figure I might as well continue with the Brotherhood. Ballast tanks. Big old steel balloons.
Do you know what a 10-pound cockroach is? Brotherhood's greatest warhead project.
All right. Just don't tell Ingram, okay?
But there's a reason. Food's not allowed near the instrumentation.
Ah, there we are. Pride Wind main deck. Oh. Nuclear catapult! Oh, don't you dare crash on me again. Alright, we have sound.
The worst. They hide in plain sight.
Tighten up the meter. That nails for the difference.
Now that you've familiarized yourself with the Prydwen's crew, are you ready for your next assignment, brother?
What sort of assignment are we talking about?
The kind of assignment where all of the training you've done finally begins to pay off. Let's get right to it then. Shall we? Take a look over there. That's Fort Strong. And it's infested with super mutants. Having those aberrations of nature close enough to smell is making me sick to my stomach. To make matters worse, they're sitting on top of a massive stockpile of Fat Man shells we could use in our campaign. I want you to head over there, wipe out everything that moves, and secure that stockpile. Understood?
Super mutants? I thought the enemy was the Institute.
Super mutants are no better than Sens. They're a reminder of man's folly when it comes to harnessing technology. Whether it's using biochemistry to manipulate genes, or trying to create life from a bunch of circuits. It's the wrong path for science. As members of the Brotherhood, it's our sworn duty to exterminate these abominations in every form. So, can I count on you to get the job done?
Consider it done.
Look, I realize you're eager to take the fight to the Institute, but it'll have to wait. The Brotherhood cannot allow those abominations to have a nuclear arsenal at their fingertips.
It'll be a pleasure to exterminate that mutant filth.
Now, we have a vertibird on standby, fully armed and ready to depart. Use it to carry our message to Fort Strong, and wipe those dirty mutants from the face of the earth. Dismissed.
Haven't really used the Gatling laser yet, so that might be fun to mess around with for this mission. Have to go by the old base of Sanctuary Hills to take care of it, but yeah, killing super mutants is kind of part of the deal.
I
like you got a new assignment.
Yeah, research mission.
Babysitting field scribe.
Having this privilege more
It's
above
guard
the
duty.
airport.
What?
I'm going to Sanctuary Hills because I need to create ammo and upgrade this weapon. And I need to swap out my T-51 parts for T-60 parts.
Farm's not much. Some.
Back out of this power armor.
Feeling creative today?
I'm always glad to see the sun come up one more time.
Surely you can put some of that down.
Still wondering what happened to Lions. Hello, Miss Ebony. How are you today, my friend? Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Building, building, building up my torso. And there we are. Now I've been upgraded to T60 gear.
There's a wealth of technology just waiting to be discovered out here.
Another day in the Commonwealth.
Transfer. Da 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 dun 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 dun. I still say mods should have no weight, honestly.
Yeah? At least it's not raining.
Heads up.
You point, I
grab that.
I shoot.
Probably better unload some of that stuff.
You know what? Shut up, Preston. I'm carrying what I'm carrying. You dick.
You could teach Proctor Tegan a thing or two.
I don't normally like to be that reactionary, but stop being a dick, dude. Da 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 dun 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 dun.
You can fix just about anything. Guns, computers.
Yes, I can.
People. Just gotta have the right tools.
Let's see. Bleed damage. Need Demo Expert 2 to build mini nukes, eh? Oh, I get it. It's powered by the fusion core and the armor. Interesting.
Call me old-fashioned, but there's nothing better than being boots on the ground.
I will call you old-fashioned, but that's fine. Polished alloy. Level up A. Reduces the magnitude of staggers. I'm just building shit so I can have it. Not that I really need it, but it looks cool. It looks so cool. Hey, you know, free experiments. Experiments. Free experience. I need to get science up to 4 to unlock the final upgrade for that. Mantok the Mind Taker. And I run out of adhesive again? Jeez, oh Pete. Freaking adhesive.
Behind us. We'll...
Let's see if I can find some way to get myself adhesive. Freaking adhesive. Goddamn valuable, rare ass shit that I need for every freaking thing. Ah! Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. 001BF7 2E.
Never fall.
What are you building?
Player. Add item 00. One B F7 2E Da 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 da. Okay. Now that we've made a stop by the base.
I'm afraid I'm not much use in a fight anymore. Back in the day, folks used to call me Murphy the Mad Woman.
I'm sure they did. I'm sure they did. We're gonna go for another half hour or so, and then I'll move. Then I'll have to end so I can go to the store for a bit. But I wanted to at least put something on there, so I started to get back on the schedule after last week.
Welcome aboard, Knight. Instruments are green, and we're cleared for release.
So they changed the Gatling laser, so it's no longer a regular weapon, it's purely a power armor weapon.
I'll try and keep him in your sights. Primary target down. Look at that thing bleed. I'm gonna find a place to set her down and then hightail it back to the Fridwin for repairs.
Scream for your worthless life!
See if I can find the body of... There it is. think that was the first super mutant behemoth I fought on stream. It's pretty cool, yo.
Quite a bit of trash to pick through here. Searching through it could prove beneficial. Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris here.
Radix. You can always use a Radix for later. Nothing really up here. The hell? What the heck just happened? I didn't get a crash notification. The game just stopped. I try to start it back up. See what that does. Guess it just crashed on me or something. Should still pick it up automatically on XSplit. Because of course it'd be a problem, right? Fallout 4 not responding. Give it a little bit. See if that'll clear it up. I guess the game just crashed on me. Question, of course, is how much did I lose? It looks like I just lost the fight in the armory itself. Not the whole activity. At least this game has some really aggressive auto-saving. Like, I would swear, this thing has more aggressive auto-saving than Skyrim. I'm considering streaming Honey Pop, but I might not be able to because, you know, nudity. Come on, game. People yelling outside. Come on, game, hurry up and load. Hurry up and load. Load, 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 load. Do I want to go to set? The source. Oh my god, all these. Oh god. Come on. Well, we have sound. That's a good sign. We have a loading screen, also a good sign. Hey, Jazz. Did you guys finish all your fish from yesterday?
Getting hungry.
Watch your step. There's quite a bit of debris here.
What? Who's there?
You hear that?
Over there! No fun today. Somewhere.
As of today, command of Fort Strong has passed to me. I'm looking forward to helping the U.S. Army test some experimental weapon systems at our facility. Already had men preparing the island for testing operations by tearing down old barracks and constructing a simulated town. Since we'll be fighting the enemy on an urban front, I think the best way to test these weapons is by seeing how well they punch through civilian structures. We've been testing a new batch of T-51B power armor suits that the Army Corps of Engineers has just rolled off the assembly line. I'm impressed with the amount of protection they afford to our soldiers, yet allow them a great deal of mobility. We've noticed that the soldiers are still having trouble jumping in these things because of the suits' weight. They often tip over on a hard landing. So I've had the maintenance boys look at it, and they've suggested adding a gyroscope and shock absorbers to the lower torso. I'll pass it up to the chain of command and see if I can get Washington to spend a little extra money that'll cost for the modification. February. Things are starting to heat up overseas, so Washington is pushing us to cut our project turnaround times in half. I told them that would be dangerous, and it seems like we don't have much of a choice. I've decided to split my staff into Alpha and Bravo team so we can work on 2 projects at the same time. The manpower will be reduced, but I'm convinced we'll still be able to maintain our new schedule. I'm going to put Alpha team on the power armor and Bravo on the new M42 Fat Man launchers. June 2076. Alpha team has shipped the first batch of T-51B suits to the front in China. Reports are already coming in that the suits are performing better than expected, chewing through enemy tanks and armor like they were paper. The word has it that some of the enemy troops have are even surrendering when they catch sight of the power armor troops hauling their 5mm miniguns. It looks like Alpha Team has earned themselves a weekend pass to Boston. December 17, 2076. Bravo Team is having a heck of a time getting the M42 not to shoot far enough away from its firing position. The problem is the warhead is still too heavy to fire the distance required. Our simulated soldiers are still soaking far too many rads, suffering the blast burns. One of the technicians has suggested a radical idea of using conventional depleting subcharge to catapult the round rapidly out of the launcher. His calculations look sound, so I'm going to let him give it a try. After a few design setbacks, the loss of one of our testing squads, we finally perfected the M42 launcher's firing mechanism. Washington has been writing me to wrap this project up, but with the weapon at this potent, I was inclined to take my time. We sent the launchers ahead to the supply yard in Mississippi. We're waiting for the go-ahead to ship the warheads wherever they need to go. Hopefully we can get these nukes out of here before the month is out. I don't feel comfortable sleeping 20 feet above enough nukes to reduce this island to ash.
This area's obviously been abandoned for quite some time. Alright, hopefully there's something useful here.
Sweet.
Okay.
Found a firearm. Remain vigilant. This place may appear abandoned. That doesn't mean you should drop our guard.
Why don't you wear a helmet, Dents? Ooh.
What's that?
Keep your safety on. Whoever or whatever created this mess might still be around.
Rupert, noises.
Yes, noises are stupid.
Gonna be a good fight.
Back to hell. Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
See if I can grab myself some mini nukes for recreational purposes. Guess this would explain how the suicide mutants got their ammo. This has probably been raiding this port for a long time.
Paladin Dance.
Look at this place. You must hate these mutants as much as I do.
Why do you hate super mutants so much?
Hate's too gentle a word. These monstrosities are just another example of man blindly taking a step forward, only to wind up stumbling 2 steps back. I've been fighting for years, trying to put a stop to this madness. And just when I thought we were getting the upper hand, along come the synths. I've seen what these super mutants do to people. Can you imagine what the synths would do to us if they ever got the upper hand? It would be Armageddon repeated, and maybe the end of everything that we hold dear. Look, I don't mean to bore you with my rhetoric. I just want you to understand how important these missions are.
How could synths bring about our destruction?
If the synths reached the point where they outnumbered mankind, how long would it take for them to decide we were no longer necessary? They certainly possess the capability to make more of their own kind, so we'd become expendable. And with Institute technology on their side, nothing could stop them. Not even the Brotherhood. It's a nightmare scenario almost too terrible to contemplate. Anyway, that's enough of that. What's important here is that you got the job done and secured these warheads. You should head back up to the Prydwen and talk to Maxson. I'm sure he'll want to debrief you as soon as possible. Dismissed.
I think you doth protest too much, good sir. It's like I smashed my face right into the door to be able to open it.
You should head back to the Prydwen. I'll take care of the shells. And the mess. Yes?
Iron Maiden's out to an early lead, but Piece of Junk's right behind. Look at him go! This race is really heating up.
Wonder what made him decide to change the way the Gatling laser functioned. Go turn in this mission, and then we'll call it a day.
Hail, Knight. Unless you like getting radiation sickness, I'd stay away from ferals.
Outstanding work at Fort Strong, soldier.
What happens at Fort Strong now?
Paladin Danse is supervising the transfer of the Fat Man warheads to the Prydwen. They'll provide quite an edge to our arsenal. I've also ordered a detachment to occupy the location, and use it as a staging area to protect the eastern side of the airport. All in all, you handed us quite a valuable location.
It was an honor fighting for the Brotherhood.
I'm glad you feel that way, because our mission here has only just begun. In order to bring the Institute to its knees, we need to use every weapon at our disposal. I try to supply my soldiers with the best. That's why I'm giving you these. Signal grenades can call a vertibird to your location when you need aerial transport. Simply throw one to the ground, and the vertibird will hone in on the unique electromagnetic smoke it emits. Once you're aboard, use the map on your Pip-Boy to interface with the pilot's navigation system, so he'll be able to take you wherever you need.
Where can I get more signal grenades?
I'd use the supply I gave you sparingly. These devices are far more complex than a standard smoke grenade. Should you need more, you should acquire them from Proctor Tegan.
Thank you, Elder. I'll make good use of them.
I expect that you will. Now, I'm sure you're aware that Fort Strong was simply the first step towards the liberation of the Commonwealth. An even greater task lies ahead. By now, I'm sure you've deduced that our arrival in the Commonwealth wasn't coincidental. We're here because of a unique energy reading recorded by Paladin Dance's recon team. According to our scribes, the reading indicated a level of technology that only the Institute could achieve. The moment this information came to light, our mission became clear. The Institute, and everyone responsible for the creation of the synths, must be eliminated at all costs. To accomplish this goal, we need to locate the Institute's headquarters. I've had our scribes meticulously searching the Commonwealth, but they've come up empty-handed.
Anything you need, Elder. You just say the word.
I want you to get out there and become our eyes and ears on the ground. You seem to have a vested interest in locating the Institute before we met, so I'm confident you'll travel in the right circles. If you discover a way in, I need you to report it to me immediately. Any questions, Knight?
Aren't there any pre-war records about the Institute that might help us?
Our records indicate that the Institute was born from the remnants of a pre-war educational facility, the Commonwealth Institute of Technology. The ruins of the facility are at the center of the city, but we've already searched them thoroughly. The location appears to have been abandoned long ago, so it appears that the trail ends there. Anything else, Knight?
Could those mysterious energy readings Paladin Dance's recon team detected be related to teleportation?
The level of technology that the Institute possesses is far beyond our own, so we're not certain. However, that would explain why the readings are so random and short-lived. I'll have our scribes focus on improving our scanning techniques to learn more. Anything else you wanted to ask, Knight?
Any suggestions where I should look next?
Whatever you recovered from the Courser at Green Tech, you should bring it to someone who knows how to manipulate Institute technology. Perhaps it will allow you to unlock the mystery of their knack for teleportation. This information could be the final piece of the puzzle. The moment you learn anything concrete, you're to report it to me immediately. Is there anything else, Knight?
Aren't there any
Our records in the ruin, the locate, anything?
Not right now, Elder.
Very well then. Dismissed.
Like, or I could just use fast travel to get to places on my map, rather than rely on the vertibird. Though I guess you have the advantage if you're flying around on the vertibird of getting to like actually interact with the world while you travel between places. Oh. Well, that will be all for today. I will see you tomorrow and have a lovely evening.